Hey all, this is General C in the house yet again, and I'm here to promote another business called CNA Services. CNA Services, man, look here, they have the best DJ service out this world. They provide the best quality, the best service, affordable, reliable, dependable, professionalism. Guess what? At its best. You need to contact this brother, DJ Swift. Yes, DJ Swift, man. His number is 427-9214. 427-9214. Look here, this brother will put the pep in your step. You need to call his number. Call this number.
Malik Fox here on The Talk. Today we have a special guest artist, all the way from Eleuthera, home of the pineapples. Come on and help me welcome Gia Miran, also known as Gia Miran. So, Gianna,
hi.
Tell me a little bit about your music background.
My music background, wow. That's a lot of background. Do we have enough tape? Okay. So, I started singing, I think, at the age of about 5. It was in a Christmas play in primary school. You know how, I don't know if you remember St. Anne's on Eleuthera, the little private school. Well, they used to do this big Christmas play every Christmas for all the students, all the grades, put on the little shows or whatever. So that's where I got my start. I think I was Santa Claus, singing Santa Claus,
Really?
something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's where I started, and I started writing at about 7 when my grandfather died. That was actually one of the first songs I wrote was a song for him.
And what's the name?
I'm too ashamed. I still remember it too. It's silly. I think I named it my grandpa, my grandma. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, what does your brand name, Gia Miran, mean?
What does it mean? Well, it's a shortened version of my first and middle name. So my first and middle name, real government. Don't look me up. Gianna Miranda. So one day I wanted to change, because I was an artist for a long time as Gianna.
Yeah.
And I wanted to change it up when I was getting into the EDM scene, the electronic dance music scene. So I came up with Gia Miran. I thought, it sounds kind of spicy and fierce.
Yeah,
and
it does.
my friend told me it sounded like a car. Greg.
Wow.
But I still went with it. And it caught on.
So, do you have any role models that have inspired you to become a singer?
Let's see. I remember my first real interaction with music probably being a Mariah Carey album I got for Christmas one year at 7. I think it was Music Box.
I remember that.
Yes.
I remember that. I had one of those too.
Yes. I absolutely fell in love with her voice.
Yes.
And that's where the vocal range came from. I started mimicking her. And my mom listened to Barbara Streisand, Vanessa Williams, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. So I started kind of mimicking the greats.
Yes.
So that's where the whole range thing came from, I guess.
Oh, not bad at all.
Yeah.
So, do you write your own music?
Most of it, yeah. Yeah. Most
Well,
of it.
you've been saying you've been writing from 7.
Yes.
How much pieces would you say you've written since then?
Oh my gosh, I don't think I could count. I have folders of
Wow.
material, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But a lot of it is just kind of like in the lost files. I find stuff and I'm like, oh, I gotta rewrite that. Yeah.
Well, pertaining to your music, is there any personal experiences you've encountered that has influenced it?
In terms of what?
I mean, like, for example, how you just said, your grandfather helped influence one of your first pieces. Is there anything else, maybe relationship-wise?
I could put out about 10 albums.
Oh, gosh.
About relationships. Yes, actually, you know what? My first EDM single, Don't Get Me Started, that was about an ex that I was with in college for about 4 years, give or take. And when I left him, I ended up finding out, you know how you have the little intuition for a while, and then, so I ended up finding out a lot of truth, and less than a year after I left him, he married the fiance. He had the entire relationship.
Oh my goodness.
4 years of lies.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't get me started. Yep.
Wow. Now I really understand where that's all came from. Wow.
Yeah.
So are you signed? And if so, with whom?
No, not signed.
Okay.
I am a very independent artist. I think after a few years, I realized that being signed wasn't all it's cracked up to be. Because a lot of the labels make you do a lot of things and a lot of music that you don't necessarily want to do, or make you become a person that you're necessarily not. Right. So I just kind of chose the independent route after a while.
That's so true, because you'd find like Bahamians, first they were gospel singers, and they get signed, they singing all kind of,
right,
vulgar songs, and not really showing who they really are.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So would you say that you get a lot of Bahamian supporters or international supporters?
I have both, yeah. I know Eleuthera supports me very much. The pineapple down.
Yes.
But yeah, I think a lot of Bahamians are actually shocked that I'm actually Bahamian. Yes. I think the color messes them up at first.
Conky Joey.
No, they think I'm a white American. I had that a lot, especially when I opened for R. Kelly. A lot of even the Bahamians that work behind the scenes, they were like, when they heard me talk, "Oh, you was a Bahamian, eh?" What? Yes. What else would I be? But yeah, a lot of people mistake me for being an American artist. I think because of my genre as well, being dance and pop and R&B. Okay. I don't do a lot of the rake and scrape and the soca and stuff that a lot of the other artists do here. So yeah.
Okay, and can you talk a little bit more about your performance with the opening for R. Kelly? How was that?
Woo!
Well, how did it all start?
Okay, so let's see, how did it start? I had a manager then, and she was working with this team when they brought R. Kelly in. She
was it a manager here or international?
No, here. It was a Bahamian manager, but she works here and abroad.
Okay.
And she was able to get me onto that show. It was an interesting experience. Yes. I don't know if I should tell you real details, but you know what? I'll say it nicely.
Okay.
Bahamian artists are treated very like stepchildren. That's probably the nicest way to put that. I was not paid for opening for R. Kelly.
What?
No, I was not.
Wow.
But I didn't really necessarily do it for the pay. I did it because of what it would mean for my career. It would put me out there, it would get me experience singing in front of a whole bunch of new people. I was just bringing out an EDM song. It was a new scene for me. I did it just because I love to perform anyway. It's like, you know what? Whatever. I spent a lot of money on that show. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
The good thing is I got the exposure. Yeah. We were put in the food tent to change. Myself and the other Bahamian artist.
What?
It was I wouldn't say it was a horrible experience though, but it was fun. Okay. And you know what? Watching the concert, R. Kelly afterward, made it well worth it. Yeah.
So, your fashion. When I watched you on the stage, I saw you had pinkish hair.
Yeah. Wig. Yes.
So can you describe your fashion or what you go for?
Okay, so like I always like to tell people, there's a big difference between Gianna and Gia Miran.
Okay.
Gia Miran is for stage purposes only or entertainment purposes only.
Okay.
She's out there, she's wild, she's funky, she will wear the little itsy bitsy stuff and she will be sexy and tigress and lioness and whatever else, and yeah, she crazy. But Gianna, I did it also too, so it would be kind of like an incognito thing.
Okay.
So a lot of people are actually shocked when I show them pictures of Gia Miran and say, "Oh yeah, that's me." They're like, "No way, ever." Yes, I like that.
Wow. I actually love this though, especially the hair.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
I still have
Very
to
nice.
wig you tomorrow if you want. You can meet Gia Miran for Halloween.
High five to that.
I know, right?
All right, so which portion do you enjoy doing most? Is it traveling, writing, in the studio, performing? Which is your favorite?
I think performing.
Okay.
Reason being, I love recording as well, and I love the writing process. But performing brings out Gia Miran. When I tell you for R. Kelly, I literally, I walked on stage. They blacked out the entire stage. I walked out to the edge of the stage, and I said to myself, because I was nervous, there was about 2,500 people there. So I was like, okay, this is my first big performance in front of, like, especially in the genre that I was starting in.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do this. And I remember saying to myself, it's do or die, Gianna. And I don't remember anything until I walked off the stage.
Wow.
You become a completely, I finally, because listening to Beyonce in her interview saying, oh, Sasha Fierce comes out and that's her alter ego and blah blah blah. I was like, this girl is crazy. Until that show, yes, until that show, I had to watch the recording on my aunt's phone to remember what I did during that performance. I was like, oh, I did that? Wow, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you become someone else. You're able to release and just really have fun and just do what you're not. Does that make sense?
I guess enjoy what you're doing,
Yes.
most of all, but
Yes.
not really being conscious of
Right.
what you're
I don't-
actually doing.
Right. I don't have to. Oh my God. Okay. Step
Think
here,
twice about
step
that.
here. Okay. Do this. Do
Just
that.
automatically does
Yes.
it.
You automatically shut down and just become. Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever been in any kind of competitions, like maybe when you were younger or anything?
No.
No.
No. Not that I could remember. Not at all. I always wanted to go in competitions, but I think my mom was scared for me. I think she thought maybe I would lose and maybe that would hurt my feelings.
Oh, okay.
So she kind of like, but I know you were in a competition, right?
Yeah.
Luther's Got Talent and 242 and that?
Yes.
That's it. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
See, I wish I could do those things, but I'm too old now.
Really. But is there any favorite singers or bands of yours that you
No?
love or admire that maybe here nationally or internationally?
You know what?
It's one of your favorites.
Rihanna.
Really?
That girl just don't give no kind of cares in the world. And I love that
Tell me
about her.
about it.
No, because you know what? She's an island girl.
Yes.
And I like the fact that at first what they tried to do was
change her.
change her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, I's an island girl.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna change my accent.
That's
You're not
true.
gonna
She
change
still has it
anything.
strong.
Yes. I just like that about her. And her musicality. Her ability to pick songs. Awesome. This last album though, that was still rough. I didn't like that one. Sorry,
Especially
Riri.
that song when she was trying to go high.
Yeah, that was a failure. But you know what? I still like Rihanna. All the rest of her 7 out, the other 7,
Yeah.
love them.
But at least she tries to take risks.
Yes, and that's what I love about her too. Because at first I didn't like Diamonds when that first came out, and I ended up performing that for R. Kelly. So you see,
What is one of the biggest struggles Bahamian encounter when it comes to the music industry over here?
no one like to pay ya. None.
Right. Everybody want a free little day.
Yes, we can't work for free. But yeah, I'd say a lot of Bahamians, the promoters, they would, oh well, what do you bring? How many tickets are you gonna sell? It's kind of like, okay, I understand that, you know, we're maybe not as famous as the person you're bringing in,
Yeah.
but we have our little famous or fame amongst our Bahamian
Yeah.
people, our Bahamian fans, and we pay to get hair and makeup and outfits and dancers. I know, well, for myself, when I was really doing it, you know, I have to pay dancers, hair, makeup. Well, hair was a wig, so maybe not. But makeup was expensive.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, we're paying out all of this, but you expecting us to do this for free or for little or nothing.
That's true.
They
that
have
really
to-
discourages a lot of young artists.
It does. It does.
Do you think our Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, they support upcoming artists in any sort of way?
If I'm gonna be frank, not that I've seen much of so far, they could probably do a little more. For example, everybody in the mother country has just the X Factors and the Voices and all of the talent shows. We could do a Bahamas Got Talent and a Bahamian X Factor.
The BTC Star Maker and because we
Well,
have
Star Maker don't really pertain much to singers. They tried. Sorry, BTC. You tried. I mean, who did the 242 Untapped?
That was Vince McDonald.
Okay, so that was a private thing. He tried. Yeah, I mean, and it's on local TV, so I guess there are people trying,
Yeah.
but not really. That's kind of why a lot of Bahamians don't get recognized a lot too, because they don't really put us on an international stage. So instead of trying to just show it in the Bahamas, maybe we should try to get it on Tempo. At least that's Caribbean. That would be a start, or some Caribbean TV where other countries in the Caribbean will see it, and maybe even in Miami. There's a lot of Bahamians in Florida.
Yes. Did you hear about the MMTS?
Yes,
I think that was, a good start.
that's a good start.
That's
Yes,
really a good start.
yeah, they're really trying with that as well. Still, I guess not off the ground as much as they would like as yet, but it's a start.
Yes, it is. Also, why do you think a lot of Bahamians aren't successful? Do you think it's just
Again.
them thinking, we don't have that much support system, or,
That discourages a lot of people. I know for me, I kind of retired this past year, kind of semi, just because you get tired. It's the same old story, and sad to say, a lot of the situations that are going on now is a lot of people are cliquey. So if you don't run in their circle, they're not really gonna fool with you.
Okay.
No one is really,
Because sometimes, you have to know somebody.
Yeah, that's always the case. It is sometimes. But it's always the case. You have to know somebody to know somebody to know somebody, even as far as getting on the radio here. And it's crazy because we're such a small country, so that shouldn't be. And we have so much talent.
Very.
Yeah, so we shouldn't be playing the same 5 artists on the radio.
Like when
All the time.
is too.
Yeah, all of them.
Yes. So do you have a vocal trainer?
No, I don't.
Have you ever, tried to?
I got a vocal coach right around the time I graduated college. And when I went to him, the first meeting I had with him, I sang, I did scales, he made me do all kind of stuff for an hour, and at the end of the session, he said, "You don't need me, Gianna."
Wow.
He said, "There's nothing I can do for you, your voice is, that's it."
Wow.
But I still continue to go to him because
Yeah,
exercise purposes.
that's true.
Yeah, voice is not in shape at all right at the moment. I try to hit a note now and sound like a dying cat.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so would you ever, teach vocal lessons? Seeing that he said you were basically a pro?
No, and the reason why I say that is because I'm not a musician, so I don't know how to play the piano. Well, I used to. I forget. I'm quite sure I could probably reteach myself, but that's neither here nor there. But no, yeah, I don't know all of the notes and the scales, so I wouldn't feel comfortable teaching somebody if I don't know everything I need to know.
That's true. Because people pay for quality.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually approached by the quadruplet group.
Oh,
One Forever One.
Forever One, yeah.
That, I was approached by them before during the R. Kelly concert time to do vocal lessons with them, but I turned them down. But simply that reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like I wouldn't know enough to.
You're doing justice.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. Is there any upcoming projects that you have?
At the moment, no. No, my last EP I released last year November.
Okay.
So that's on SoundCloud. Gia Miran. and it's called Addicted. Love Life Music.
I'm definitely listening to that.
Yes, please do.
Awesome. So lastly, what advice would you give to our viewers out there who are young Bahamian artists like myself? What advice would you give to us, coming up and starting to write and, wanting to, become, a little...
Get your little fame on.
Yeah, get a little fame on. Like, what advice would you give us?
Boy.
Or encouragement?
Encouragement. I would say, if you love it, then just do it. Don't look for a means to an end. Don't look for it to be, oh my God, this is it, this is everything. I think that was my mistake when I was a lot younger. I had opportunities because I started in the States. So I had opportunities where real, actual record labels approached me. Columbia, Sony, Warner Brothers, yes. And it was never, everything just fell through all the time. And I kept asking God, like, well, what'd you give me this gift for? So I kept saying, oh, my gift is only for this, and that's what I'm going to stick to, and I'm going to become a star. And don't put yourself in that kind of very narrow lane. If you love music, do it. Pursue it. You don't have to look to get paid. Like I said, I did R. Kelly for free. Just because it was R. Kelly.
Yes.
And I was able to perform,
Yes. So many persons don't get that opportunity.
Yeah, so don't look for it to be like, oh my God, this has just got to be my job. Just do what you love. Follow your dream. Don't care what anybody says, really. And don't let anybody put you in a box.
Okay.
Ever. That's never a good thing. Stay true to yourself, too.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
That's one of the things most persons need to do because they always get lost. And then it takes a lot of them to find themselves. And then it's too late.
Yeah.
So
Preach, sister. But yeah.
So, would you like to give our viewers a little taste?
Like I said, I sound like a dying cat.
Just a little something.
I don't know. What am I gonna sing? When you tell singers to sing something, we automatically go blank.
Yes.
You should know that.
Oh, yes.
Sing something. 2 million and 2 songs, and you will come up with nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Cause I'm not a side chick, won't be a side. They don't do it like this, no. I don't know.
Well, I just would like to thank you so much for being with us on the talk today. And continue to be an inspiration for many of the youth out there, especially young persons like me growing up being a young artist as well.
Thank you.
And we will definitely, look out to see, if you might change your mind later on and bring
everyone
something out.
Everyone has told me, you're not retired. You're not. You're going to come back.
Ways to go.
I might have a song or 2 maybe left. We'll see.
So you guys out there, you can definitely look up Miss Gia Miran on Facebook at Gia Miran.
At Gia Miran. On all social medias, yes. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. What else is there? I'm not on Snapchat. I must be too old for that. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a website?
No, I took it down actually. Maybe if I dig myself out of this retirement situation, I just might recur.
Well, be sure to check out Gia Miran on YouTube as well, and for her R. Kelly performance. I'm sure you will definitely love it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.